A no commentary version of this run can be found in the pinned comment in the comments section below. Hello everyone, and welcome to my speedrun of Resident Evil 1 Jill Best Ending in 4522. This is the PC version of the game.
What is this? Wow, what a mansion!
I restarted my timer pretty early on here.
Where's Chris?
So I apologize for that.
Stop it! Don't open that door!
But that timer on the top left takes the
what is it?
memory values from
Maybe
in-game
it's Chris. Now, Jill, can you go?
and outputs
I'm
them to live
going with
split.
you. Chris is our old partner, you know.
Okay, let me handle this.
So what you're seeing in the top left is the game time
Stay alert!
as Resident Evil 1 PC calculates it.
A dining room.
And I also have splits for all the individual doors.
What? What is this?
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
So in case you're wondering, yeah, this is a native PC version. It does exist.
Barry?
What is it?
Both US and
It's a
Japan.
monster!
Let me take care of this. What is
I'm
it?
using
Kenneth was
Gemini
killed too.
Loboto's
Maybe by this creature.
Resident Evil 1
Anyway,
Classic Rebirth
let's
patch in
report
order to
this
get the
to
game
Wesker.
running.
Wesker! Help me look for him, Jill. And don't leave this hall for the time being. Find anything, Jill?
Nothing. What is this all about? I can't figure it out at all.
Beats me, too.
The quickest way to trigger
No,
this
it's
Barry
Wesker's
cutscene is to
time
just
to
run through that
disappear.
second
I
archway
don't know what's
and
going
back
on.
out.
Well, it can't be helped. Let's search for him separately. I'll check the dining room again.
Okay, I'll try the door on the opposite side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could get into trouble if we get lost. We should start from the first floor, okay? And Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. This time I'll be there.
So upon going past the dogs, got the winding hallway. It's always pretty difficult to move in a straight line through there. As soon as the camera angle changes, behind that zombie I hold up and right and just kind of bully past him. Next up I go into the item chest and I grab the 2 handgun magazines. I don't combine them. I want a full inventory actually. This is a route specific to the PC version. You've probably noticed by now, but the in-game timer actually pauses whenever you're going through doors, so going through doors no longer loses you time, and it's all about basically the time elapsed.
Barry!
where you
Jill,
were fully in control of the
what's going
character.
on? Any clues?
No, but
So while we're getting the
something's
chemical,
wrong with
we
this
are
house.
doing everything we can to load up our inventory
Whoa.
because it shortens this cutscene
hall
over
is
here.
dangerous. Maybe it's better to secure our escape route first. There must be a back door somewhere. Let's try to find it first, shall we?
So Barry doesn't give us a quote-unquote weapon that's really powerful, especially against living things. And we just go directly to get the grenade launcher. Instead, we're going to get acid rounds on the way back from Plant 42. So right about here is where I go into the menu to combine the clips together, and then I use the green herb, and then I equip the grenade launcher. It's going to be faster to just use the green herb and use the first aid spray in your inventory as opposed to banking them in the item box. I do bank my first aid spray in the item box though, for whenever I go to the save room after Plant 42 later. Because I do need to make a quick item box trip at that point. We'll use our first grenade on the zombie next to the statue, push the statue over, and dodge past these guys. If zombies are near stairs or near a banister, they're not going to get you. Also, you can squeeze in between the wall and that zombie over there, but it only saves maybe like half a second, so if you're looking to do safe strats, just go around the front of that zombie. Man, the video game is moving a lot faster than I can commentate. This is an interesting exercise. I'm not entirely sure if moving all the way around the plant is faster as opposed to moving one path, turning and leaving after grabbing the armor key. The biggest thing that's going to save you time in an RE1 run is movement. Movement all the way. We gotta stand in the very center of this piano so that Jill does as little automatic movement as possible before she begins playing the piano. So yeah, dead center. That's when you want to use the sheet music. Also, the audio mixing in the PC version is terrible. And the audio is way, way, way more compressed than it is on the PlayStation version. It's faster, though. If you're going for optimal time, you'd actually use the first aid spray as soon as you use the emblem as well. Because once again, just using health items is going to be faster than banking them in the item box, because the scrolling animation that you trigger just like scrolling places in the item box is slower than just like 2 button presses to use the item. Gonna grab the blue jewel and then head up to Richard, trigger the Richard cutscene, and then go right back down the way we came.
Richard, what happened?
Oh, Jill, this house is dangerous. There are terrible demons.
One thing that I wanted to pay extra special attention to while I was rewatching this run for commentary was text scrolling in particular. Because a lot of my time saves later on in the run came from text scrolling. I was wondering why I was
There
losing,
is serum.
losing
no.
like
I should have
almost a
brought
whole
some
minute
with me.
throughout all of my
No
runs, and then I
problem.
started
I'll go
holding
and get it.
the confirm button down
Thanks.
to scroll text a little faster, and just like paying attention to like the earliest place that I could actually hit yes or no on like certain prompts and whatnot. And suddenly it's just, well, faster, so. swoop in, grab the shield key, and then we're going to take this whole area in reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, stop, wait for him to turn around, or come out of the hole, dodge behind him. There's a slightly faster dodge that I could have taken, but it would have thrown the run for all of 1 second at most. Fortunately, that zombie was turning clockwise, and if he's turning clockwise, then it's not the optimal line to get out of there. I started by putting away the first aid spray in the first slot before moving the cursor back up to the knife, handgun, and handgun magazine, so that way, whenever I banked the first aid spray, it would be in the default cursor slot. That way I would have been able to replace the armor key with the first aid spray whenever I go to get it later.
Here's the serum. Richard,
Just
hold
as a
on.
safety thing, because
I'll give you
there's
a
some
shot
weird
now.
differences between the PC version and the
Jill,
PlayStation version, which
here's
I'll get into
my
later.
radio. You
But
should
it would leave me a
keep
lot
it.
more vulnerable,
I'm-
and I would wind up taking more damage in places that I normally
No!
wouldn't.
Richard!
Jill, be careful.
But running that whole route in reverse, as opposed to just like going dining room first and then going out, like going dining room second floor, then coming out the dining room first floor and getting the shield key last, would set it up so that it's easier to dodge zombies on the way out. For the yawn dodge here, what we're going to do is we're going to back up a couple of steps, just hold back and left a couple of steps, and then move forward and right. Actually, just one step, and then move forward and right. Grab the moon crest. Your movement has to be absolutely perfect for this strat. Then on the way out, just kind of cut to the left. Hopefully you gained enough distance in order to avoid Yawn being able to actually hit you with his head lunge on the ground like that. This guy, we're just going to squeeze to the right, and then go through these two doors here. We're going to push that one 1 1/4 times. As long as the statues are directly over half of the vent, like half of the vents, it just has to cover like a small, like, I don't know, pixel size or something like that. It's just got to cover like the center of the vents basically in order for the poison gas to not come out whenever you hit the button. So you can save a little bit of time on pushing. We're going to edge to the right a little bit in order to get past this guy and go down the stairs. We're going to squeeze past this zombie on the left wall in order to avoid getting bit. I feel like some of the text scrolling here was done a little slowly. But it really saves a lot of time over the course of a speedrun. On the way out, gonna shoot this zombie here. We're gonna pause cancel the shot. Pause canceling actually does save time on the PC version because the load times are significantly less. It doesn't really save so much time on the PlayStation version, but in order for it to actually save time on PC, it has to be done perfectly. There is a faster way to do this, a slightly faster way, but maybe saves like about half a second or so. The way I would do that is avoid the first push that I did, pushing the stairs to the left, and just go ahead and do the stair clip pretty much immediately. And then just push it. But there's I find that it throws the run quite fast. and I'd rather not throw the run for like a 1 second time save. Unless I have to save like absolutely every second that I can. I want to try to get my PB as good as I can. Sometimes consistency is better than speed. Once we get into the guardhouse, we're going to start by going into the 001 bathroom. Take the control room key. And we'll aim, shoot, and pause cancel the second zombie here in order to grab the book, and we'll exit. The reason I saved time there is, I believe, because I spent a little bit less time turning whenever I auto-aimed and pause-canceled the zombie coming out of the bathroom, because it saved a left turn. For a motion we would have had to take anyway, where we had to kill the zombie. Just gotta push these shelves, one back and one right. We can head down into the basement. We gotta push that back 3 times. Push it down twice. And then we gotta push this 23 times. 24 times would get the box closer, but I don't really think it saves much time, maybe like 0.2 seconds at most. But the reason I do 23 times is to allow me a little more maneuverability, because then the box isn't directly getting in my way whenever I'm trying to maneuver to these other boxes and push them. Create a little box bridge. Once we get close to the door, Jill's gonna get teleported to the right. Shark's gonna come out of nowhere because there's an FMV there. I messed up my movement a little bit there. It kinda sucks. After pulling the lever, Jill will be facing towards the east side of the room, then just like kind of angle to the left in order to hit the switch and then get out. Some of my movement in that storage room was a little sketch too, but it's okay. Trying to move in a perfectly straight line in Resident Evil is actually quite difficult. Sometimes you can pick up the book and be too far to the right while you're picking up the book, and then when you go to use the red book, the game will tell you that you can't put the red book down. So kind of an annoying event trigger there. I managed to nail all 3 quick shots on Plant 42 here, so that got done pretty fast.
What the hell is this? Jill!
close. Thanks, Barry.
Don't mention it. What a monster. I can't believe... What the hell is this place anyway?
Before we exit, gotta head to this fireplace. Grab the helmet key. The speed at which you skip the door doesn't even really matter as much as the speed at which you trigger the door.
Wesker.
So, trying not to
Jill,
obsess too badly.
So you're safe.
Or like mashing past the doors.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them? It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
Is that right? Anyway, it's good to see you're safe.
Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
Yes, you're right.
Now, there are a lot of rooms in that mansion that we can't get into because they're locked up. I have been looking around for clues.
Okay, I'll go to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Will you do that? I'm counting on you.
Ugh. That was a pretty horrible time loss there, that corner. I'm kind of at a point in my runs where every text box, every scrape on a wall matters. I'll try not to criticize myself too badly. So that line to the left there. To get past those dogs. Hunter comes in. We just hold up and right in order to hit the door over here before the hunter gets to us. Turn on the lamp. And then grab the Doom Book 1 with the Eagle Medal. We're going to skate past this hunter here, and then we're going to open the item box, and then swap the armor key for the first aid spray by just tapping right. Tapping right, square, square, X. Get out of there. My confirm button is square, so right, confirm, confirm, cancel. You gotta scrape to the left of the hunter. Sometimes he'll swipe you, sometimes he won't. But if he swipes you, it's not that big a deal. As long as you're in yellow caution by the time you get to the poison gas room in the laboratory, then you're fine.
Jill, have you found anything interesting?
Yeah,
Yes,
Barry,
but
just
I can't see very well.
this
How about going down
big,
and check by yourself?
melty mess of
I
snake.
have a rope here.
Oh, do you? Well, then I'll try to go down using the rope.
Wait.
Hey, what's going on?
Now I've done it. Sorry, Jill. Wait. I'll go and get another rope.
Barry? Barry?
While Barry's going to get the rope, we're going to hit this switch. Otherwise, we'd just be wasting time. Got to make the most of the waiting period.
Hey! Are you there, Jill? Grab the rope!
So you can see a second ago, Jan went down in 4 acid rounds. You could just stand there and just keep shooting acid rounds and Jan will die.
I'm sorry, Jill.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
Sorry.
dreadfully
I was
easy
really
boss.
Are you okay, Barry? Maybe you're getting tired.
No, I'm all right. Don't worry. Jill, I found something.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
I guess the game timer doesn't move while you're reading files as well, which is kind of weird. I don't know why they didn't do that with the PC version of Resident Evil 2. It's just Resident Evil 1 timer just stops whenever you're going through doors and shit. In order to get past that first zombie, we just had to hug the right wall. And this zombie down here, we're just going to shoot him with an acid round. Just aim down, shoot, be done. We don't got to pause cancel it because aiming down takes less time to come to a complete aiming animation. And we're just using it to get rid of an acid round anyhow. Push the statue over to this corner in order to reveal this hidden room. We can get the Mo disc and leave. Now this one we do pause cancel. If you do it fast enough, pause canceling saves a little bit of time. Up to half a second. So I didn't exactly explain what pause canceling does. You can pause in just about any animation in the game except for any animation where your character is taking damage. Or like recoiling from a hit or something like that. So if you fire your gun, you can pause and unpause, and then your character will return to their neutral standing position, allowing you to resume movement very quickly. So pausing and unpausing is just an animation cancel. So we're cutting out like the second half of our attack animation, basically pausing and unpausing as soon as we see the bullet fire from Jill's gun. Also, hunters are left-handed, so just gotta move to Jill's left. We dodge them with impunity. So just in Mansion 2 alone, I wound up saving like 10 seconds. For the most part, I figure I'm kind of done with this category for now. Just thought I'd commentate it, just go ahead and slap it up on YouTube. Come back to it again someday. But I think I just want to focus for now on getting PBs. Just kind of toe dip my way back into speedrunning. Get a quick PB, move on. Get a quick PB, move on. Gotta learn how to have fun with speedrunning again. Gotta make use of all my menus, so I got forced into another menu and I was able to just go ahead and load up my grenade launcher. Man, the trigger on this elevator is fucked as well, because you have to be dead center on the elevator in order to actually be able to use it.
Oh, Jill, what good timing. A moment ago I heard someone's voice coming from this hole. Let's go together since it's dark and we can't see very well.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, then I'm gonna cover you.
When we're down here,
Let's hurry.
Barry will only show up here if you waited for him to drop the rope, and then you have to say
Alright.
yes,
I can go
that we'll
first
go
if
with
you want
him.
me to.
And you can either say yes or no on the second dialogue box, but the
Let's
fastest
go,
option
Barry.
is to choose
I'm
no,
depending on you.
and let Barry do rear security. Kind of hit the door a little bad in the previous room, which is why I lost like 0.2 seconds.
Is that Jill?
Is that voice Enrico's?
Yeah?
You're alive!
Wait there! Are you with anybody, Jill?
What? Oh, yes.
Enrico!
So, Barry and Jill together.
Are you all right, Enrico?
The stars are doomed. Someone is a traitor. Everything was plotted from the start by Umbrella. Ha!
Enrico!
Turn left, squeeze along the inside wall, then we grab the hex crank. Turn in place very slightly in order to dodge around this hunter. We'll hold up right, squeeze around this hunter here. Oh yeah, I think I just realized one very important thing that I missed talking about earlier. When I went to get the Modisc in the library earlier, going and getting the Modisc first will put your grenades in slot 7. Thus making it a little easier to combine with the grenade launcher. I'm just going to slide to the left to get it past this hunter here. And here's the main differential here. Is we can't use auto aim cancel in the PC version of the game. It can be done in the classic Rebirth patch, but because that is functionality that is not native to Resident Evil 2 without, or Resident Evil 1 classic without hacking it, on the PC version, the trick is banned. So instead what we gotta do is we gotta wait for Black Tiger to spit. We gotta try to trigger him to spit. So what I did was I ran 3 steps forward, like I would in the PlayStation version, got him to spit, ran directly to the wall, and then aimed, turned left, and then shot the web twice, and then pause canceled it to get out. Because we already did our save room in Mansion 2, we don't need to do an additional save room over here. Kind of wondered if it would save any time doing it this way in the PlayStation version. Because you're effectively saving a room that way, I think. Not really. I mean, you're effectively saving time on, like, the whole Barry cutscene by doing it that way. Maybe I should give it a try. Exiting the menu after the wolf medal appears allows us to skip another animation where the wolf medal has to zoom out before we can go back and use it. So by just like canceling out of the menu overall, just unpausing, pausing again, just like going back into the menu, just saves a little bit more time. In order to skip this boot up animation, we just gotta hold the open inventory key, the start key, JOHN, enter, ADA, enter. I messed up my cursor movement here a little bit. MOLE, enter. Exit the room, head back upstairs. Now that we've used the computer to unlock doors, take the MODisc, go into the visual media room over here. Take the power room key. Shoot this zombie off screen, pause cancel it. We would have had an extra round to use against a zombie anyway, so that's the best place to use a grenade round, because that zombie is actually really annoying to dodge. By doing it this way, we're able to eliminate a grenade round from our inventory. Well, from the grenade launcher, rather, because the grenade launcher needs to be completely empty. Before we can load the flame rounds into it. If you take a tight enough line around that camera, it won't hit you on the way out. Next, gotta grab the flame rounds here, and exit. Oh, actually, see, it wouldn't actually save us any time in the PlayStation version to do that strat.
Jill, you're here too.
Yes, you're here too?
Look, I lost my way.
Let's get going.
Because then we'd have to go into that save room there.
Wesker,
You did a fine job, Barry.
just as I thought.
I think you should stay away from Barry, Jill.
Yeah, okay. So I
hear
guess
that
that
his
whole
wife
route is
and
just
2
PC
daughters
only.
will be
That's
in
too bad.
danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
You are so cruel.
Well, you don't have to worry about anything, because you'll be free from this world very soon, Jill.
Why do you have to destroy stars?
That's Umbrella's intention. This laboratory has been engaging in dangerous experiments, and recently an accident has occurred. Anyway, this disaster cannot be made public.
That's why having stars nosing about is so inconvenient. So you're a slave of Umbrella now, along with these virus monsters.
I think you misunderstand me, Jill. To me, the monsters you mention mean nothing. I'm going to burn all of them together with this entire laboratory. I must complete my mission as ordered by Umbrella. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry!
Barry's such a fool. He'll be under the control of Umbrella forever.
How come both Umbrella and you can intimidate him by taking his family as hostages?
Umbrella? Well, I intimidated him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used him for my personal purposes, though both you and Barry seem to think I was following orders from Umbrella.
So you're planning something else?
If you succeeded in developing the world's most powerful biological weapon, what would you do? What if you were in charge?
You must stop this now.
You're a brave girl. But if I were you, I wouldn't give up such a big discovery. You guys are idiots. No one understands its real value.
So, you're going to steal all the research?
Better yet, I'm going to show you the tyrant.
Oh! Barry,
Sorry, Jill.
how is your family?
I was listening to what you and Wesker were talking about. I wish I realized it earlier. I thought it must have something to do with Umbrella, you know. So it's all been masterminded by him.
But it's good that you know that now. Anyway, let's get out of this house first.
Jill,
Yes, what?
do you have any idea what Wesker was going to show you at the back of this place?
Well, he was talking about the world's most powerful biological weapon, called Tyrant or something, I think.
Do you think we could see Tyrant now?
Barry, you're so optimistic.
It would look bad for Stars if we let such a dangerous creature run loose.
Maybe you're right. Let's go then. Can a creature like this really be the ultimate biological weapon?
Really? Wesker is a crazy man.
Tyrant is not completely developed.
But we can't let it live. That must be the computer for monitoring this creature. Damn you!
So once we get into the fight here, we gotta hold up and left and stand on the grating. And when Jill auto-aims, she'll be aiming in Barry's general direction, and that's actually where the Tyrant is going to start moving. So by spacing out your shots a little bit,
You're alive!
you'll ensure that all the grenades will hit the Tyrant.
I'm rude. Embarrassed. I was clumsy.
Let's get going.
Then we can just exit.
What happened to Wesker?
The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover
Wesker
immediately.
must have set it off.
Unlock
There's
all
not much
rooms
time
for
left for us.
evacuation. The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation.
Headed to the gas room here. Just gotta push that staircase just a little bit.
The triggering system
Move around the box
has now
very
been
carefully. Gotta make sure we don't hit that button,
All researchers
because if we
and
do,
guards
then we trigger the poison
should
gas
take cover
early.
immediately.
Can't be having that now.
Unlock all rooms for evacuation.
But basically what we do is we push those boxes and then push the stairs last.
The triggering system has now been activated.
In this menu, I load up the flame rounds
Guards should take cover immediately.
while using the Mo disc and then leave.
Unlock all rooms for evacuation.
This room over here, we're just gonna hold up and right. Just make a break directly for this.
Has now been activated.
Use the Mo disc, and then we're going to go around the outside of this room.
Cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation.
Because I was already in full motion, I couldn't really like stop and just like run straight for the door. Even then, it would have been incredibly
Jill!
risky because of the positions of those zombies.
So you're okay.
Yeah, you
It's not worth
too.
it.
What happened to Wesker?
Let's talk about it later. Let's get out of here.
Triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately.
Let's go.
Unlock all rooms for evacuation. The triggering system has now been activated.
Weave in between these two zombies because they just vomit. Don't worry about them. It's the last zombie that we actually gotta worry about taking a tighter line on.
Activation.
We're gonna squeeze in between him and the wall because he will actually grab us and bite us.
All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all rooms for evacuation.
Getting grabbed by that zombie on a 30-second lead is very, very untimely.
The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should
There
take
is
cover
3 minutes until explosion.
Unlock all rooms for evacuation.
Oh no! You must be kidding! After you've come all the way here!
Now
Ladies first. Go first, Jill.
all
But Chris!
and guards
Give me a chance to play nice.
immediately.
Okay, I'll leave it up to you. See you again at the heliport.
The triggering system has now been activated. All researchers and guards should take cover immediately. Unlock all.
Take the signal rocket, and then we're going to move toward that corner marking over there before we use it. Doing so will set us up so that we can just quick shot the Tyrant 4 times and just grab the rocket launcher directly. I messed up a little bit though. Lost maybe like 5 seconds on the final boss. So we're already set up. One, two, I dropped 3, 4. Pause canceling in a pathetic attempt to get out of that aim animation fast enough. And then he combos me directly into the rocket launcher. That was cute. It would have been much better if I was just able to straight up run for it, but yeah, getting knocked around by Super Tyrant actually does not save you any time at all. It looks like a sick damage boost, but it really isn't. And that's the end of my speedrun. The final time is 45:22. If you guys like what you saw, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Carcinogensda. If you want to support my bad speedrunning habit, you can do so on Patreon at patreon.com/Carcinogensda. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys for the Chris run. Later.